This is the 31st Lap Podcast, recorded live in the studios of FingerLakes1.com in downtown Seneca Falls, New York. And now, your hosts, Rich Post, John Bonas, Mike Mallet, and Chris Marquardt.
Good evening and welcome to the 31st Lap. I'm Chris Marquardt. We're going to have a full house through the course of this evening. Episode number 67 of the 31st Lap. John Bomas joining us in studio along with Mike Mallet. And at the 11th hour, Rich Post is able to squeak in under the wire. That's what Rich Post's chair is going to look like. And soon enough, he's going to fill it. There's John. John made the trip. And of course, Mike and Jim Boeheim hanging out over his shoulder. Of course, Syracuse in the Final Four. We'll catch up with Upstate Hoops and Upstate Orange a little bit later on. But here we go with the 31st lap. Big weekend of racing for Mike. Mike got out there and saw all sorts of stuff, and he's been just drooling all week as he works through spring break and waiting for this weekend. We're going to be catching up with Matt Tanner a little bit later on to talk about his venture with the Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints down to Selinsgrove Speedway. Looks like I probably shouldn't have unmuted that mic quite yet. He wasn't done rattling over.
He wasn't done sitting down.
Sit down.
There you go. All right.
Whoa, hold on her. He's breaking stuff already. Jeez. Wow.
John, you'll be happy to know that Ken is in the chat room.
Awesome. Thanks, Ken. You're the best.
He hasn't said anything bad about
He's
you yet.
been good to me the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, he's been ripping my ass for some reason.
I'm not sure why, but he's been good to me.
Yeah, I don't know what I did.
Everybody tonight was running a little bit behind. We are here. I'm gonna have to make some midstream changes to some of these cameras here to get everybody framed up the right way. Yours needs to come up a little bit.
Mine?
Yeah, yours needs to come up just a touch. Yep, that should be good. There's
Great.
John in all his glory. Any good USAC action this weekend?
No.
Nothing
Really.
It took
The
Easter off?
USAC Sprint opener is this Saturday at Lawrenceburg.
Yeah. How about wingless sprints or otherwise?
No.
Nothing really going on, to be honest with you.
No.
Not much.
What are you doing over there?
Easter weekend. Everybody had the weekend off because of the holiday.
Yeah.
I mean, there wasn't even any racing on TV this past weekend. Nothing.
I thought the V8 supercars were on speed.
I don't know. If they were, it was probably,
That's the one thing he doesn't. That's the one thing he didn't DVR.
No, I don't watch them freaking things.
Yeah, them friggin' things. They gave you such products as Marcus Ambrose, I guess.
Yeah, whoopty freaking. That's why I don't watch it.
Gone.
You good over there now?
Kangaroo
Nope,
meat.
still not
He's
yet.
still not. You don't know what the hell
He
going
busted that thing.
Yeah. All right, well.
Wow.
Wow, good thing the mic wasn't on there.
Welcome to episode 67, everybody.
Yep.
Woo!
AKA episode 1.
Yeah, I know.
Just like pretend you're a rock star.
Hey, I want to be a rock. No, that's all I got.
We gotta give a shout out to P Spot from the Viral Spiral, who's still home recuperating. Had a bout of colitis, put him in the hospital, and ended up with T death, or something along those lines. Whatever it is, a pretty nasty infection. But he is back home, and good to know he's doing well. It was a pretty scary stretch for him there for about a week or so when he was in the hospital. But good to know he's back home and doing all right. He's going to be back on the air on Sunday. We got the music show coming back. Viral Spiral making a return.
Can't wait.
Hey, Mike. So fill us in a little bit on Matt
Awesome.
Tanner. We're going to be catching up with him in a little while.
Matt Tanner, former Rookie of the Year with the Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints, making the trek down to Selinsgrove Speedway on Saturday for the Mach 1 challenge race, 358s versus the 360 sprint cars. So should be a pretty good weekend if you're a fan of the Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints, if you're a fan of 360 sprint car racing, which,
Good Lord.
what are we doing over
I
here?
have no idea.
If you're a fan of 360 sprint car racing and, the Empire Super Sprints or the Patriots or URC, should be a pretty stellar field of cars on Saturday at Selinsgrove to challenge the regulars, Pat Cannon, Mark Smith, TJ Stutz, and those guys. So should be good. Looking forward to that. Matt Tanner, a guy that has run down at Selinsgrove. He made the trek down there last fall as well, so he'll be making the trip back down. So nice to have some experience here, and we'll catch up with him. We'll chat with him. I believe we had him on once before to talk about his. I can't remember if we did or didn't. Did we ever catch up with him when he had his equipment stolen?
That reminds me,
We might have had him on. I can't remember though, because you know what? My brain only works like. I only remember what happened like last week.
I don't recall having him on since I've been here, but you could have before.
I don't remember
before then.
Yeah, I don't know. I do know that Saturday's race is again it's a Mach 1 challenge race with the Empire Super Sprint. So
he might have been on in the 31st lap AB, or I blew that joke.
I don't even know where you're going with that joke. To be honest with you,
That was a joke.
Wow, that didn't take a lot, man. Talk about a room turning.
yeah, yep. So.
Yeah, I should have.
Are you with us now?
I think.
Are you good?
Wow.
Yeah,
That
so-
was an
I don't know about
adventure
good.
right there. Woo.
So we'll catch up with Matt Tanner in a little bit. He's calling in. We'll call him he's at the shop.
I thought Dean and everybody was coming out with you this week.
No, they all lost their bet, so they didn't want to come on. They're gonna have to buy me a drink. So
Yeah.
because I just want to rub it in. Thank you. I picked the guy that won.
Well, they wouldn't have been buying anyway.
Actually, the guy that had Billy Pouches.
Yeah. How is it that?
Who was that? Who had Billy Pouch? Oh wait, Chris, who'd you have?
I had Matt Shepard.
Yeah.
Although-
No, he didn't make it either.
You know what's sad is that Rich wasn't even here. He didn't even get to pick. We picked for him, and he still beat him because at least Keith Hoffman
He ended up
was
showing up.
there.
I didn't think he was going to race.
He didn't race, but at least he
He was there. He was promoting the show, so that counts more than
He
Billy
was
Pouch.
on the grounds.
Yeah.
So I don't see
Perfect.
how
I was in it, right?
If the guy wasn't there to compete,
Sucks to be
how
you.
do I get left holding the bag on that one?
I don't know. That's how it rolls, man. That's how it rolls. Good stuff. I had a good weekend. Did you guys have a good weekend? I know I did.
Good. How was
Yeah.
Easter?
It was great. It
Yeah?
was fun. Yeah, I got to with
Are you
my
even
parents.
here?
I'm tired. That's why I got a coffee. I'm trying to wake up.
That coffee's got to kick in soon, man.
I'm
Yeah,
here.
well, by the time it does, it'll be over.
I'm
It
thinking
won't
about
matter.
all the various things in my brain that are going on right now, which God knows I'd never tell anybody what actually goes on in there. But
We don't want to know.
no, you don't. So, of all the things I can talk about, like, where am I going to go? I could talk about. I got to talk to Dave Blaney on Saturday. That was
How
pretty
exciting was
freaking,
that?
That was actually really freaking cool.
Yeah.
He was actually a wicked nice guy. Like, because sometimes you don't know when you get a NASCAR guy that's driving, sprint cars. They can be a dork. I'll
Right.
put it that way without being,
That
politically
D sounded
correct.
like it was going to be something else.
Yeah, it
I
could
think
have
that
been,
was
but
other intentions.
dork. I'm gonna go with dork just because that's the nice way to go. But no, but he was actually, we kind of. I was with Todd Heinzelman of Area Auto Racing News, and the two of us just kind of went up and started chatting with him, and it was really cool talking about the car. I mean, the car that he won with on Saturday at Port Royal was a car that he designed himself, so it's got a lot of his own ideas in it.
Really?
Yeah, and it was pretty interesting. They had motor problems after Friday night at Williams Grove, so they actually went over to Ryder Racing Engines and took the engine apart, rebuilt it, put it all back together so he could come race on Saturday. So they got there like 7 in the morning, and then they made all the repairs and were able to get over there. So that was neat.
Now, is that the same car that he's been running the last couple of years? I don't know.
I don't
Or is
think
this
so. No,
something
it's his
new?
own car. This is his own ride. This isn't that 55 car. I think that's Gene
Yeah,
Lasker.
because this number was 56
or
or something, right?
Gene something. Larkin, Lasker, something like that.
It's not Lasker.
Larkin, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, this was what, 56?
This was 10. This was his.
Oh,
like
it was
his.
number 10.
This is his
I thought
car.
I saw a picture of it was a 56.
No, this is his car.
I must have saw
This is
something
his
else.
car. So, yeah, I mean, impressive win because he went by Cliff Bryan and Rick Lafferty in one turn on the same lap. Now, Cliff Bryan, mind you, popped out of gear. Had led the entire race through 4 red flags. Yes, 4. 4 red flags.
Yeah, I saw your tweets. It was like
Oh
a
my
2-hour
God.
feature.
It was like an hour and 20 minutes.
Your
It was.
your-
You know what's the
your
worst part
tweets
was?
were like there was like a 2-hour span.
Yeah.
Coming through. It was crazy.
It was it was pretty scary though. Like when you're at a race and you see a crash, like most of the time, like the guy's all right. But a couple of the crashes we saw were very scary in the sense that if you get Area Auto Racing News, look at the cover. Mark Coldren's crash on the second lap. He hit the inside guardrail, and the front end kind of must have broke, and it shot him straight across the track. And he must have went, almost up over the wall at Port Royal. I mean, that's how far up the wall he went, and he hit like a ton of bricks. I mean, just straight square into that wall. I mean, the car's junk, obviously. And then another crash later on. Greg Hodnett was working to the outside of Chad Layton, and it looked like Hodnett kind of got a little too far down. and he hopped the wheel, and he spun sideways, and as he was sideways, he hit the outside wall. Fortunately, there was the big tractor tires buried in the ground, but he still ended up with broken ribs and a hurt wrist. I'm not sure if he broke his wrist.
Oh, he did?
Or not. Yeah, he ended up with
Oh,
ribs.
is he out?
Injury.
He's out for a little bit now, yeah.
Oh,
Don't bank on him.
Yeah, why?
there's this website that does fantasy leagues,
Right.
and they do one for Williams Grove. It's just for Williams
You
Grove.
got Greg Hodnett?
Yeah, he's my main driver.
Whoops.
Crap. I wish I'd known that a couple of days ago. I could have changed it.
Yeah,
I
well,
hope
I
you
can
got a
still
good
change it, but I
alternate.
can't change it for tomorrow.
it just, what was it? What day was it? Wednesday?
Wednesday they
Tuesday or
announced
Wednesday,
it.
there was a photo
Wednesday.
on his Facebook page that he was hurt, yeah.
Damn it.
So, I got to see Fred Raymer win, so
That's cool, right?
no. It's all right.
Mike
You know what?
doesn't
It's
like
all
that.
right. You know what? It's all right. I have a newfound
Hold on her.
respect for Fred Raymer. How's that? It was that. You know what? Considering how tough it's been for him the last year or so,
Yeah, I'm sure you felt bad.
it's fine. I'm glad he won.
Yeah, okay.
I see the excitement.
actually-
oozing
you know what?
Out of you.
Yeah.
Some of the things he said in the interview were pretty funny. So,
Like?
well, I got to look at my Dirt Track Digest column. Hold on. I don't remember the quotes. But my
But good
favorite,
news.
my favorite of the whole thing was, believe it or not, I can still drive a race car.
Has there been an official press release regarding Tyler Walker?
No, and
I've seen a lot
I
of
gotta
talk.
say, I don't think that
I've seen talk. I haven't seen anything official.
that to me. I don't know. I mean, we can get into that. Let's save that topic because we only got 4 minutes till we get to Matt. So let's save that until after the break, and we can, or after the interview, I should say, and we can really get into that, and I can really, yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be an interesting argument, if you will.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be an argument, but
Oh, I'm sure it'll be an argument.
Well, it's not
we,
an
we
argument.
do that
just
well.
Just a debate of why. That's all.
Whose idea was that?
the guy can drive, though.
Well, yeah, we know that. Everybody knows
He
that.
can drive through 4 states with Coke in the car.
And 4 flat tires.
Until the tires are gone.
Anyways, we get back into that. There's so many jokes to make.
But
with
we're
that.
table-
Like, it's
we're
so-
gonna table
we
that
have
one.
to table it.
The sad part is it's not a joke.
Gene Jenkins. Thank you, Neil Wilt. Appreciate that. There we go. Gene Jenkins. I knew I was close with the Gene. I just don't know the last name. All right, let's do the winners just so we get that out of the way.
Wait, you want that?
Yes.
You do?
What's the list? Like 3 people?
Checker.
No, that's not bad.
Record.
Wasn't
All
much
right.
racing.
Now, let's we talked about Dave Blaney winning on Saturday at Port Royal Speedway. Interesting fact, his brother Dale actually won the All-Star Circuit of Champion event out at the Attica Raceway Parks. That
Yep.
was something that doesn't happen very often.
That was on Saturday. They rained out on Friday.
Yep. Okay. Jeff Strunk picked up his first win at Big Diamond for noted car owner Vinny Salerno.
Yep.
Let's see. Taking a look down through here of things that would matter. Lincoln's, Pennsylvania held its, I think it was Spring Nationals or something along those lines, or Spring something. And it was Brent Marks picking up his second win of the season. So a friend of the show, Mike Bittinger, won the 358er event. As you know, I am the champion because I picked Bobby Varon to win the 60 over special at Bridgeport Speedway. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Autographs later.
Yeah, well, my pick started 30th and finished second.
Mine started like 19th and 1, so who cares? All right. And Port Royal Speedway, Dave Blaney. Scotty Haas actually won the late model race there. If you're into the 3-state flyer series for the late models, Mark Pettyjohn and Jason Covert picked up wins there. Merced, California for the World of Outlaws Sprint Cars, Sammy Swindell.
Merced?
Yep, was your winner of that A-main event. I think that's all that matters. Oh, Williams Grove, sorry. Fred Raymer won. Carmen Perigro actually won the Super Sportsman, if you are into the whole Super Sportsman thing.
Did you see who was leading that Merced race?
Cal
Early?
Larson until they got a flat tire,
Yeah, they
right?
got a flat tire like 13 laps in.
Yep. You got to finish it, though, right?
Yep.
To win.
You do.
So, yeah, that's it. I mean, Mother Nature was, again, a little grumpy this weekend.
Well, Easter, too. A lot of places weren't. A lot of your major sanctioning bodies were off because it was Easter weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish they'd race on Easter. Who used to race on? There's a...
Big Diamond used to have a race on
Used to,
Easter because
right.
I went to it a couple years in a row.
Mm-hmm. They got a big race this Friday, which is
Yep.
7,500 to win.
Money in the Mountains, 40 laps, 7,500 to win.
That's a nice little payday.
Yeah.
That will be a drive through your mother to win that race kind of deal.
Surprisingly, there isn't a huge list of outsiders going to that race, at least on
Not
our
yet.
end,
Right.
from the New York region.
Yeah, I mean, you never
A
know.
lot of the guys who plan to be at Canandaigua on Saturday are not going to Big Diamond.
Yeah, because Canandaigua's got 6,400 to win on Saturday, or you can go to Fonda, which is 4,000 to win on
I
Saturday.
was shocked to find out that Danny wasn't is not planning on being at Big Diamond on Friday. I would think somebody like him, $7,500 to win the Mike Payne Racing would be there.
Yeah.
But they're not going.
You know, again, it depends on where it's at. I think that's part of the thing too. You know, some guys like Big Diamond, some guys don't like Big Diamond. You know, it's not nothing.
Yeah. When you're Danny Johnson, $7,500 is $7,500.
Yeah, I agree with the logic there. I mean, any race that pays over $5,000, you only got and you got to run less
It's
than
only
50
40
laps.
laps.
Yeah, I know. I agree. It's a good payout. It's a great payout.
It is for the laps.
For the laps, yep. No doubt about that. So, all right, shifting gears here as we bring in Empire Super Sprint campaigner Matt Tanner. And, Matt, how are we doing tonight?
Pretty good. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're doing spectacular.
Hanging in there.
We're looking forward to the weekend. I know that. How about you?
I am too. It'll be good to get back in a race car after the long winter.
Yeah, I know Selinsgrove Speedway, a place you had the chance to race last year. Going back, what did you learn last year that you can take back with you for this year?
The biggest thing is we needed more motor, but I think we got that covered. And I'll just kind of go down there and have fun and hopefully learn some stuff for the ESS race later this year.
And I know in the off seasons you made some changes to your program in terms of combination and chassis. I believe I may be misspoken, but I believe you've changed some things up. What are some of the things that you guys have changed over the winter?
We're going to be running the same JF1 chassis, but we picked up one of the Roush motors off of Cobra. It's the one he ran 2 years ago when he won the championship, and Gary King's helping me out with my shock package. So I'm really looking forward to this year. I think we've got a good combination and hopefully be able to get up front this year.
How do you like the GF1? You know, that's a relatively new, newer design, so to speak. That's the TI-22 brand, but the GF1. How do you like it, and what are some of the differences of what you've run in the past with that chassis?
Oh, I actually ran JEI, who was GF1 before.
Right.
Got bought up. And I'm really happy with it. The car's a really tight race car, which is great in New York because we seem to, when a lot of people are looking for bike, we usually have it, which is really good, and really don't have many complaints about it. Had real good luck with them.
Yeah, you know, there's been some guys winning and running some, obviously doing well with them. You know, Dale Blaney, obviously. I mean, he's running the TI-22 house car, so he's on the mission on that one. But, you know, mention the Roush H Power. That's got to be a nice step up to the program. I mean, I don't think you can get much more horsepower in a motor than that.
No, after last year, we kind of figured had the bite, so now we had to get a little bit more power. And after talking to Chuck and Jeff Cook, I really couldn't find a better route to go than with the Roush. And they seem to have, like you said, the most power, and I haven't seen Chuck or Jeff have a problem with them. So the opportunity came up with Chuck because he wanted to get a newer motor, so I ended up with this one. So real happy with. We went out and got it at Cobra's last week, and he put it in and helped us out with it, and sounds good, so hopefully it runs good too.
Those Roush H dirt track motors are getting more and more popular the last year or so. Jason Johnson's done very well with his. Obviously, the involvement with Ricky Stenhouse being his car owner and stuff. They use the Roush H Power, and he's had great success with it.
Yeah, Roush Yates is definitely, they've stepped up their game in the 360. The 410, though, is where they're...
Yeah.
That's where their ultimate goal is.
There's not a lot of them out there. I'll be honest with you, I can't even name one person.
I know Dave Blaney. Well, Dave Blaney had one, and then he hurt it in Florida. Yeah, right now it's back at Roush, and I know Jason Johnson actually has the 410 too. So if you're wondering who has a 410 of those, but you know, Matt, what is it nice to have the opportunity to get out here early before ESS points start and get a chance to get back at the track and kind of shake the cobwebs out?
Yeah, we usually hit up a practice somewhere, but I'd much rather be racing. You know, when you go out and practice, sometimes I think you don't really run as hard as you would in a race. So it'll be good to get out the competition and see where we kind of stack up for later in the year and get some good competitive laps and you know, try stuff and see what the car is going to do when we're actually pushing it.
What makes Selinsgrove, you know, because that's where we're running this weekend, what makes Selinsgrove different than the tracks in New York? I mean, other than obviously the level of competition when you go there, because they actually have those home track guys.
This seems like, with my experience last year, the track has so much more bite. I mean, up here, by the time hot laps is over, you're searching to find more bite. And down there, we were trying to free our car up. And especially at Selinsgrove, as big as it is and as fast as it is, you can kind of use the air to your advantage. And there's a big cushion to lean on, which you don't find up here that often. So it's a whole different style of racing, but it's fun. Something to get used to anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard 410 guys, say the place is almost too fast. Is there such a thing as if you're a race car driver as a track being too fast?
I don't know if it's too fast. It just makes it hard to pass when you're running so hard. I mean, last year we were down there, and I don't think I let off in either of the heat races I ran. So when you're getting all the cars got, it's kind of hard to make anything happen. But I noticed in the feature last year it kind of got slippery, and Kevin Ward went real good, and Cannon passed quite a few cars. So I think when it's slippery, it's a better race for the fans. But as far as a driver, when you don't have to let off, it's kind of fun.
I know this year ESS is going back to some different tracks and going to some different places. It's going down to the I-88 Speedway now, a place that you've had, you've run in the past with CRSA. Are you excited about the chance to run down there with the 360?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I was actually, the last couple of years, I've been bugging Dean about getting down there, but we always went real good. I think the worst we finished was third down there in 4 races, so really excited to get down there. I haven't ran on it since they put the new clay on it and reconfigured it, so it'll be kind of a little different for me, but hopefully got a little advantage over everybody else because I don't know too many people that have run there.
Yeah, it hasn't been on the 360 map. I honestly think the last 360 show there was a Patriot show, but that was early 2000s. I know that it's been a while since 360 cars have been there. But looking at the schedule this year, a lot of races, a lot of different tracks. Are you anxious to get to places you've never gone, or how do you look at some of these new places or different places that we're going? Like a Humberstone, where you've been to Afton, some of the guys haven't. What do you guys do to prepare yourself for those races?
I usually try to get on YouTube and kind of see if I can see some races from there, just to pick up lines or what the track's doing, or try to get a hold of somebody that races out there. But a lot of these places seems like you can kind of go with a similar setup to a track that's similar to that, and just kind of feel your way out. And we've raced so many different tracks, we've kind of figured out how to adapt quickly. And I know 2 years ago when I first started running 360s, I saw a lot of new tracks. That kind of helped me figure out ways to adapt quicker, so shouldn't be too bad.
How important was it for you to have that 305 experience before you hopped into the 360?
I think it helped me a ton just to get used to just the feel of a sprint car in general, and for my crew to pick up on changes to make to help the car. But the power is definitely, I noticed, a lot, makes the car handle a lot different. 305 is more about momentum, and it's a lot like running a go-kart because you don't have that power to really get on the bottom or get yourself out of trouble if you need it. But with the 360, it's there. So it's easier in some ways, and I think it's harder in others. But
end of the year, you're searching for the ESS win. If you had to pick a track, do you think that you're going to get it, that's your track, the place that fits your style the best, the place you like going the best, where would that be?
Even though Cobra and Sean go so good at Utica, I think we run really well there too. I mean, last year we had some bad luck there, but we had some really fast race cars, especially the last time. We started 10th, and I think we were up to 4th when I broke a cam spud. I don't know if they had anything for Sean or Chuck that night, but it would have been interesting to run the last half of the race and see how much further we could have got.
You mentioned Utica Rome. I know end of the season this year we have obviously a big show out at Utica Rome Speedway, the $7,000 to win. How nice is it for you guys to be able to go to a show like that, in Central New York that pays so much money?
It's pretty cool, especially that's one of the closer ones for us. So, it's fairly close to home, and it's nice to be able to race for a bigger purse, kind of get the attention on us a little bit. But the ESS has done a great job this year getting more higher-paying races, so it makes it a little more enticing to travel out there and, bolt on brand new tires and make sure you got good stuff to go for the money.
Yeah, you mentioned good stuff. ESS, does it bring your game to a different level when you have to race against guys like Cobra and Steve Poirier, Patrick Vigneault, the guys that they're at an extremely high level with the equipment and the talent and all of that?
Yeah, it definitely makes you push yourself, and that's kind of what we ran into We started out with the first year I ran 360, some of the Cook spare cars and Anthony Kane's motor. And, it was a good learning experience, and it was great to get the time. But last year we found, we had our cars hooked up. We were running real good, and the motor just wasn't cutting it. And we had a really good car last year, but we didn't have the motor for us. This year, kind of rethought things. We downsized the operation, but we got a lot better equipment now. And I think that's really going to make the difference this year.
Now, by downsizing, what do you mean? Did you get rid of a lot of equipment, or what'd you do?
Yeah, last year we had 2 complete cars with motors, and then I had a third one that was pretty much ready to go minus a motor. This year we just got 1 car and 1 motor, and so hopefully we don't have any major problems. They'll probably put an end to the year, but the stuff now is really, really good equipment. So I'm really excited. Hopefully we don't have any of the bad problems we had last year, and we can get some good finishes, hopefully that first win.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know that's tough. I mean, it's hard, with the ESS, the guys you're running against. We kind of brought it up, the level of competition. What would it mean to you, though, to bag that first win this year?
Oh, that'd be huge. I mean, to go from winning 2 305 championships to struggling to get in the top 5 every week was kind of a little bit of a shocker. But now that I've, ran 2 years and got more experience and saw what I'm running against, it would be really big, especially if we could get at one of the tracks closer to home.
Now, what would you consider your home track? I mean, you're from Stephentown. I know that's the Albany area. Is it going to be Albany, Saratoga, Lebanon Valley, or where do you consider home?
Lebanon Valley is only about 10 minutes, and I grew up watching my dad race there and Ken Tremont and all those guys, so that's definitely the home track. My sponsors are all down there, so it'd be huge to get a win there. It'd be pretty special.
Well, Matt, before we let you go, we always like to take an opportunity here and let everybody thank their sponsors and everybody that helps them out. And if you got a website or if you got Twitter or Facebook or any of that, take a minute and tell everybody about it.
You can check us out on Facebook at Matt Tanner Racing. I thank all my sponsors, Reifenberg Contracting Corporation, Sykes Enterprise, Kaiser Wheels, Wings Unlimited, Simpson, Shell Shock Designs, Marks Graphics. We're hoping to get some shirts made up here before Can-Am, so stop by the trailer. And hopefully we'll see everybody this summer at the races.
Well, man, thanks a lot. I look forward to seeing you on Saturday. Can't wait to see how that new Roush Yates goes up at Selinsgrove.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thank you.
Good
Have
luck,
a good one.
Man.
So, again, Matt Tanner looking to...
So he mentioned his dad and growing up going to Lebanon Valley. Is his dad Bubba Tanner?
Mm-mm.
What? I'm trying to think of a Tanner that used to race at Lebanon Valley. Bubba Tanner, right? Wasn't there a Bubba Tanner at Lebanon Valley? Raced Pro Stocks, right?
Maybe. I don't remember, dude. It's his uncle. Bubba is his uncle. There you
Bubba's
go.
his uncle.
Yeah, I knew Dino would know, so I was just waiting for him to come through on that one because I wasn't positive. I'm sure they were related. I just don't.
Right. Yeah, because Bubba Tanner was a Pro Stock racer there for a long time.
Right. So, all right. So Selinsgrove.
Are you all ready?
I'm excited. I like Selinsgrove. It's funny. A couple of the chats we were going in. The one thing they're saying is a track too fast. There's such thing as too fast.
NASCAR sure thinks so.
Yeah, I don't. To me, I don't drive a race car, so I don't know. Like, but if a 410 guy is telling me that the track is scary fast and you're almost out of control, that to me means it's probably fast. Like it's probably
too fast.
Too fast. Yeah, I don't know.
I think there's such a thing
because 410 guys are nuts. So if they're telling you that something's too fast, has to be something.
Oh yeah, I forgot you.
Yeah, he's here. He got to leave his mic.
Yeah.
I believe that there is such a thing as too fast.
No,
Sure.
yeah, I've heard big block drivers, not really, complaining about it, but talking about the track. The track's a little too fast. It's a little too tacky.
Yeah,
Well, here's the thing. Now, here's the
depends
main-
on the track.
So is
Well,
it? in
well,
the
here's
groove?
my thing.
Like,
There's
is
two-
it the driver preference, or
No,
is it that track is that?
I
scary?
think it's this. I think there's two things. You can say it's too fast to not to race on, but it's too fast to pass.
The conditions, right?
Yeah,
If the
like
track is really narrow,
Selinsgrove, when you go there in the spring, it's so fast.
Yeah,
It's even for the modifieds. If you go to those modified shows, I mean, it is crazy fast.
yeah.
I mean, big
if
blocks.
it's fairly wet and it's groove.
Oh, yeah, you're not- I mean,
it's fairly
there's-
narrow.
We were
It
there.
can be too
I was
fast.
there for that Friday night show, the 358 show, and you weren't lifting. I mean, they just come in the corner wide open. So very rarely you're going to be able to pass somebody if that's how the conditions are. So now that's too fast. Now the other side of it is it's just you're balls out. I mean, you're not lifting. Right. You're in the floor, and if it's rough or bumpy, that's too fast. Yeah. Like when it's rough, bumpy, and too fast.
There's so many variables. I mean, you don't even necessarily have to be at a big racetrack to be going too fast for the track or the conditions. Right. Maybe the facility is run down and you're going too fast because it's dangerous. I mean, just there's a lot of variables there that could make somebody consider that they're going too fast somewhere.
Yeah,
doesn't necessarily mean you're scared.
See, NASCAR, I can understand them because
I mean, here's what happens: most of the places they go to now.
Yeah, I mean, if you get to Daytona and Talladega and you take the restrictor plate off, what happens is what happened back in the day. You get two guys finishing on the lead lap, and there's everybody else is a lap down, and the race is boring as hell.
Yeah, but to me,
it's still.
I know
boring,
we've had this argument before. I know that may not produce the greatest of races if that were to happen.
I'm not going to watch that crap.
But to me, it's much safer because now you got two cars if they crash rather than 40 of them.
Just get rid of the.
When you got 40
we're not going to get back into that conversation. We already screamed at each other for 15 minutes.
That
happening
on that is unlikely anyway. They threw too many cautions to bunch the field up.
Right, they do it on purpose.
So
they want a wreck like that.
They wouldn't let that happen.
They want a big wreck like that.
There's debris.
That makes headlines.
Debris. What?
Yeah, exactly. How long did we talk about NASCAR because of that garbage?
Yeah,
that's funny.
Jerks.
That famous Frenchman has the most cautions during the course of the year.
What?
The famous Frenchman has the most cautions during the course of the year.
Pierre Debris?
Yep.
Yeah.
Him and his brother Jacques.
Almost as many cautions as Bridgeport had on Saturday because of flat tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the various people I've talked to, one of those being Stuart Friesen, that the track was really good right after like the first 20 laps of the feature, and then it started taking rubber on the bottom, and then it just went downhill quickly. And for those of you that don't know why Stuart Friesen didn't win, if you watch the video, he ran out of gas.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's how Bobby.
You sit on the roof of his car for that one?
No.
No.
So that's how Bobby Varen ended up winning. That and he had tire. He didn't get a flat. Him and Dwayne. I believe it was Stewie, Dwayne, Bobby, and those were the only three guys that didn't get a flat tire.
Wasn't Go Down running up
front,
Dwayne,
really? Dwayne and Bobby were the only two that didn't have any kind of an issue.
Right. Frank Cozy made it, I think, 59 and a half laps. I believe he had a flat tire on like coming down the backstretch or something like that. So, yeah. So that's how that race went down. So since we were on it, let's get back to it. Is the track too fast? I know it was pretty awesome that Port Royal, they actually set a new track record on Saturday. So I don't know if that was crazy fast. That was
fast.
Port Royal is fast. It is.
And I've never been, but anytime you start talking spring conditions,
I don't know if you saw it. Well, also it helped that the tractor blew a hydraulic line and left hydraulic fluid all the way around the racetrack. I don't know if that has any grip in it, but
but it was fast.
Oh my God! They also widened the track 13 feet, so they made it even
a little bit
more fast.
Room to play.
Yeah, more fast. Yeah,
I got a pretty good feeling that hydraulic fluid is not going to give you traction.
I don't know though, but they were racing on it like it was like the track still
it will keep the dirt moist.
I don't know what it does.
Dry out.
I don't know what it did, but
it'd be oily.
That's one of the things they used to have an oil clay track.
Where was that?
Grand Isle,
something like that, right?
Like
yeah, something like that. And then
it was in Georgia. It was this really black clay, and they used to turn all kinds of stupid speed at that track down there. There's a real popular late model track. Earl Pearson Jr. rumored. Yeah, that was that big story about he was over 170 going to the third turn.
Didn't they?
But that was a bitch to clean up afterwards.
No, you know what they did is they would take a street sweeper and sweep it.
Yeah.
It was no joke.
It was like an asphalt clay track.
Right, you didn't water it either. It's oil and the clay mixed together.
I'm talking about the drivers cleaning up their cars and fans get that greasy, oily crap on your face.
That's different than
you probably don't though because it doesn't.
If it doesn't produce dust,
I don't think it's going to be dusty. I don't think it is. I think it's almost like
it may not because it'd be heavier.
It's no different than putting that oil slurry mix down on a country road. There's no dust to it.
Yeah,
but the crap that does come off of it,
it's all sooty
and gross.
Yeah, these guys are all chatting about oil tracks now. Yeah, I'm sure it's not comfortable. It can't be any worse than Eastern States, though, and the tire rubber on your face.
God,
that's the worst.
That is the worst.
That is the worst on your
Let's
ride
not
home.
Talk about that place.
Yeah,
and
right.
you go to
it. It's no different than that track that we were just talking about. It's not really
tires.
Everybody leaves looking like a raccoon.
Then you get to the rest area on 17, and you're not with a bunch of race fans anymore, and you look like a total dork. You're like, yeah, that's me. I was at the races.
I'm tired of that place.
Which place this time, John?
Don't even go there. You're not going to like how it ends for you. Don't go there.
You will.
Don't mess with Eastern States.
Go ahead.
Orange County.
Go ahead.
You already know how I feel about
This
it.
is coming from a guy,
Do
Stay up
it.
and watch 24 hours of Daytona because he got nothing better to do.
Hey, the Rolex is an awesome race.
Oh, jeez.
You should
No,
try,
it's not.
You
No,
should
it
try
is not.
watching it
No, it's
sometime.
not.
No, I have no need to watch cars go single file and then they pass because they pit. I don't need to
Single
watch
file.
Yep.
them. Oh, wait, they pass
See,
because there's like
you
9
ob-
different divisions.
yeah,
You know what?
you obviously
know what?
haven't watched.
Let me put sportsman cars out there with the modified, so then there'll be some passing because that's basically what they do in that
would
crap.
work.
They put
Sportsman cars.
They put all those different divisions together. The prototype cars out there with Trans Ams or whatever the hell's
There's
out there.
2 classes, you dork.
Whatever.
No.
But the one class is so much slower than the other class.
So
There you go. That's why
There's
it
your
produces
passing. Boring race.
Yawn.
okay.
All right, Tyler Walker. Here we go.
Yeah.
Should he be back? I will go last on this. I would rather hear everyone else's opinion before I go. So should Tyler Walker, which I don't know if that's legit or not. I've heard the rumor a couple of times, and I heard it's in print this week.
Yeah,
Well,
I've,
let us assume that it is for
I've seen it on
argument's
2
sake.
forums, but I have not seen any official press releases regarding this.
Well,
yet. So that's why I really debated whether I should even bring it up.
Of course we should.
But
bring
it's
it
a
up.
topic.
no,
it's
actually,
a
it's
good
a really
topic.
good one. So bring it up. Let's see. Okay.
Go for it.
What do you think,
who's-
John?
What do you think? Go ahead.
Should he
John.
have a ride?
Uh-huh.
Hell no. I said that when it happened. This kid should not have any more opportunities. He's had way too many as it is. Great talent, and it's a shame he's wasted it, but forget it.
But he's got-
Who in their right mind puts this kid in another car?
But he's
I
got-
say kid, he's not even a kid anymore.
33.
Who in their right mind as a car owner, and the car owner has names on that car, whether it's his own business or
But he's got
somebody's business.
Mellow Yellow's going to be
This dude is going to represent that car and no sponsors. Who in the hell in their right mind puts him in that car?
No, that dude
He's a
is
disaster.
he is gonna get press headlines for
It's all
all of
bad
those-
press. It's
is there-
negative.
but is there such a thing?
yes.
Well,
In
he's got-
sponsors' eyes today, yes, there is.
So if you go with the guy for, let's say, half a season, and he starts acting like a jackass, and you get a whole bunch of press, and you dump him because he's acting like an idiot, how bad can that be for you? Realistically, all the company, all your
I don't know.
sponsors
Talk to
have
somebody
just
that's
gotten
gone through it.
all I'm saying is just for argument's sake. If it was my car, there's no way in hell I'm putting that kid in the car. No
neither.
way.
There's a lot of other people with just as good or better talent who will not give you the problems.
No, they're not.
That dude creates.
Nope. Find me somebody better town doesn't have a ride.
That doesn't have a
Yeah,
ride.
that doesn't
I
have a
didn't
ride.
say that doesn't have a ride. I'm just saying in general.
There's not other people that have more talent than him.
There isn't.
No.
So nobody on the planet. has
I'm
more talent
saying
than him.
that he's got a lot of talent.
I don't think that. I don't.
I think that's the problem.
If
He
we're
wouldn't
having
keep
the debate
listen,
about talent-
he wouldn't still be getting rides if he didn't have talent.
No, if we're having the debate about talent, I don't think it's a debate
Okay.
because
As
I
long
think
as
he's
that-
very talented.
All right.
Yeah.
As long as we're not
But-
getting on that road.
But he's not the greatest ever. There's a lot of people.
No, there's a lot of
more
people that are a
talent
lot
than
better than
does
he is, but
that could get. There's people out
Think
there
about
that
how
could
good
have
he
this
is
ride.
up, coked up, man. Think about how good he would be if he was
Oh,
sober. It'd be
Jesus.
amazing.
and, you know, and that-
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, I know what you were getting at. That's why I figured I'd just throw it out there and make a joke out of it.
Nobody.
that argument can be made for a lot of other divisions of racing as well.
But well, that's the thing. I mean,
I mean, you don't know what
You know,
don't
it's
know
funny.
what some people are doing. You hear
you don't know.
you hear all sorts of crap, but you
hear
don't know.
lots of rumors, but there's no truth to it until you get arrested on a 4-car chase with
through 3 states,
or 4 states, 3 states, 4 states.
It's 3 or
Who
4
cares?
states:
He's a schmuck.
Nevada, Utah, and who knows what.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's saying the same thing. I mean, how many lives does the guy have?
He's had too many.
But he's got talent.
He's got
That's
more
why.
lives than a cat.
That's why, though. If he
Jesus.
didn't have talent, he wouldn't
He
be
wouldn't
getting the
have got one.
opportunities he gets.
Just change his name to Felix. Jesus Christ. How many chances do you get?
Felix the cat, Mike.
Well, how many? I
Felix,
know where he was
9
getting
lives.
at. I
9
just
lives,
can't
get it?
believe we went there like that. Like that was the joke he chose to make at that time. Like that's the best he could come up with.
Yep.
I didn't
was-
see you making any offers.
I wasn't. How does Stevie Smith not have a ride while Tyler Walker does? That's a good question.
There you go. You wanted
John
a
Tip.
driver? There
Who's
you
more
go.
talented,
There you go.
Well, that's
Tyler
that
Walker
one-
or Stevie Smith?
That's
Stevie Smith.
debatable. That's
Well, if that's debatable, then are we saying that you may be incorrect?
no, I'm not
Take-
saying.
take
I'm
Tyler
just
Walker's
saying,
problems aside, all his mental problems aside.
dude, we
And
don't
all
have
the
enough
trouble
time
he's
in the
been
day
in?
to take
No.
all those away.
Put all that aside, I still take Stevie Smith over Ty Walker as far as just based purely off of talent and accomplishments.
See, but I don't know if
if you're basing it
is
off,
further above him.
if you're basing it off of pure sprint car accomplishment, sure.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about how
so you
far
wanted a driver, you just got a driver.
No. We're not talking talent. We just talked accomplishments.
You asked to name
talent
one
and
driver,
accomplishments.
And Tiff just named one for you.
No, excuse me. Listen to what I said.
Me.
Listen
you
to what
got
I
your
said.
driver.
Listen.
No, listen.
Thank you.
No, we were having a debate on talent. That was the point I made.
You did make the point on talent.
I said talent. Who knows if he's more talented than Stevie Smith?
But
Stevie Smith has been driving a sprint car a hell of a lot longer than Tyler Walker, and Tyler Walker also advanced all the way to NASCAR. Just because he's a pothead or whatever he was, and he got kicked out of NASCAR.
He advanced to NASCAR because he was close buddies with Casey Kane.
It doesn't matter. He still got there because, and this was, listen, we're not looking recently where you have to come with money. All right, so he obviously got there because he has some talent.
He didn't stay there very
long. But he got kicked out for drugs. He didn't get kicked out for lack of talent.
But Mike, if your talent's not leading to accomplishment, is it really talent?
It is still talent.
What?
No. Because here's
if
the
you
thing.
have if you've got talent,
you have to separate the person from the. You have to separate. You have talent, and then I have all these other drug problems and drinking problems on the side. That's,
if your raw ability doesn't turn into accomplishments, wins, championships, is it really talent? You can have.
I would say it's still talent.
Flashes of talent.
No, I say he's got talent. I say the reason he hasn't ever accomplished any of those things is because he can't get over the drug
He's
thing.
a freaking drug addict.
That's the problem.
And I'm not disagreeing with you. All I'm saying is, if you've got talent at times, but you're not turning that into an accomplishment, you're not winning. You're not winning championships. You're not.
The only thing he's accomplished
well
in his career is making a fool of himself.
Well, that's true. But what I'm saying is it really? Yeah. Somebody should slap him just for cutting his hair.
No, but
like
listen,
that.
he's got talent. I mean, that's something we can't take away from him.
He can drive.
But he also has an
Nobody
addiction.
has ever questioned the talent.
But he's got addiction, and that the addiction outweighs his abilities because he screws everything up.
So, and I guess
that's what's always been the problem.
The bottom line is,
that's
what's
the
it
point of
cost
this
the
whole
owner?
topic. How many opportunities should this dude be allowed to have?
But here's the
There's
thing.
people
John,
that never get 1 or 2 opportunities and didn't even screw it up. They just lost the opportunity maybe because of dollars and cents and sponsorship and things like that, who may be just as good. This dude keeps being awarded opportunities when there's other people out there who far more deserve it.
Yeah, but like to Mike's point, he has talent.
Who though?
And
Stevie Smith. That's one guy.
You wanted one driver listed.
That's
off the top
one
of our
guy,
heads, and you got
but,
one.
But we're not
Stevie
even
Smith.
debating.
Why?
We could sit here and debate whether or not Stevie Smith has more talent. Stevie Smith has accomplished more, yes, but he also doesn't have an addiction to drugs, so it's not a fair comparison.
Right. So how is it that he's
not that we know of? Not that we know of on the record. We know.
So the point is, how is he sitting on the sidelines and this guy keeps getting all these opportunities day after day, year after year?
Because of his ability.
He has the ability to drive a car.
Let's change the word to ability so that way Chris can't make fun of us for using the word talent.
So you're saying that Stevie Smith? So you're saying Stevie Smith doesn't have the ability?
He may have the ability, but who's going to cost more?
Chris.
Hey, go ahead. Help me out here.
Oh boy.
Hey, no, I actually want to chime in and ask the panel, because when I mentioned about Tyler Walker last night, somebody brought up a good point, but it's going to be a real interesting topic of debate, mentioning that there should be drug testing on the local tracks, but the results, I think, is not what everyone's going to want. And I just wanted to mention something about that and let the guys debate about that.
The sad part is you're probably right.
That's profiling.
Well, before we do that, I have a question. I mean, how's this situation that much different than somebody like AJ? I think it was AJ Allmendinger, or for somebody like Kurt Busch, who's been given how many different chances? You know.
Yeah. Well, the difference. Well, yeah, I know what you're saying.
Those guys. I'm looking talent versus opportunities.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. And. And Tyler Walker's getting, his ninth live because of his talent, and we all know that. And, whether this deal comes through or not, because I hear that they're having second guesses now because of the weather storm of the media now that after the announcement,
there's got to be a backlash.
I should say, it's not all positive.
Yeah,
so,
there's got to be a big-time backlash.
It is interesting. I mean, life is who you know and all that good stuff. I mean, we don't know. It happens in life every day.
Indeed it is. That's for sure.
It's crazy.
I don't think you can have it in the local racing scene because I think you're going to be surprised at the results.
Yeah. No, you're not.
That was an interesting topic that was brought up.
Not all of us are going to be.
I don't know how surprising that'll be, but I can.
You're not going to be happy with the results necessarily, but I don't think everybody's going to be surprised.
I want to talk about a way to hurt car counts.
No, I think that's the way. And then somebody brought up, well, what's the difference between Major League Baseball and local dirt track racing? Well, Major League Baseball, they can lose millions and millions of dollars. Local dirt track racing, they get kicked out of one track and go to another. So, there's the big thing. I mean,
and Major League
could say no to Tyler Walker, say if he wanted to try to come back this Saturday, he'll just go down to Lincoln.
Major League Sports, they have the budgets and they can afford to do something like that. Your local little rinky-dink racetrack, wherever it may be in the country, can't afford to do that.
No, you're absolutely right about that. But it's just I wanted to bring that up as a per se though, and it was kind of an interesting topic.
Yeah.
And, we could probably talk about 3 31st laps on this.
Yeah.
Riveting.
Yeah, I mean.
By the way, Yankees 3, Red Sox 0.
I saw that. Thank you.
It's about
Thank
time.
God.
You're the best.
Mets lost already today, so don't worry
I
about
did.
it.
I already
And,
watched it.
All right.
I'm looking forward to Sillians Grove and listening to the show. I thought Matt was a good guest. He came on very well.
Well, thanks.
He did a very good job.
And Mike did a great job with him, as always.
Oh yeah, Mike's hey, he's the show. Come on,
Guys, my ego is great tonight. I don't need an ego stroke, so we're
He
good.
is a minor celebrity.
all right, guys. I'll sit back and listen. But I just wanted to bring that point up. I thought that was interesting.
Thanks.
Thanks, Dino.
We'll catch up with you.
Shalom.
Yeah, and good luck with your mouth there, Chris. Wish you the
Thanks.
best.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, anytime.
Oh, okay.
Now they're getting on Dean saying 331st laps. That's the 93 lap Memorial Day weekend special. Thanks. Thanks,
Brought
Neil.
to you by Lucas Oil and AT&T.
Wow.
Yep. So I mean that is an interesting question. Again, you can't. It's like the tech world too. When we talk about a guy gets ripped down or kicked out for cheating, what's he do? Just go somewhere else, and they don't do anything. It's like,
he was cheating.
I mean, I know we had a situation where there was an incident at Accord. Now, this is when I worked at Afton. And it was 2 guys had a fight on the front stretch at Accord. It was actually made TV. It made TV. If you've ever seen it, it was on TV. I can't remember. I want to say it was a Farrier and a Ricky. I don't remember.
Which is a safe bet there.
That's a safe bet. So I'm going to go with that. And so those 2 got in a brawl. Like it was an all-out brawl on the front straightaway at Accord. Oh, dude, you got to watch the video, man.
It made it on that worst crashes. Or
yeah,
or
we can't believe on teller, whatever.
Yeah,
but it was.
I think I remember this.
It was nasty.
For some reason, this
so
sounds
they both get kicked out. So where do they come the next week? Afton. So we had to go over and have a chat with them and say, hey, that crap ain't gonna fly here. Anything happens, you're out.
You're out, and then where are you gonna go?
Yeah, then they're done. But. What do you do? I mean,
Malta.
It's one thing if you. I mean, I don't. Is that different if you like the fighting in that as compared to the to the drug thing? I mean, the problem is everybody. It's not like it's
the fighting thing. I think I think that's 2 completely different realms. I mean, if you're
really,
absolutely, if you're addicted to drugs, there's how many other guys out on the track. Now there's the whole anger factor that plays into the whole fighting end. But when you are addicted to drugs, you don't have the control to stop the idiocy, basically. I mean, look at Tyler Walker's rant through
Williams Grove
last year.
Because he went below the cone.
I was actually watching that today out of just amusement.
Yeah.
But and again, of course, I
That's
probably
the
wouldn't have
sad part.
watched
It wasn't even funny. That's the sad part.
No,
People laughed at it, but it really was not funny.
No, it wasn't funny. It was
pathetic.
sad.
It was an embarrassment
and the point was
to
made.
people that saw that who aren't race fans.
But here's the problem.
They throw you right back in the whole redneck stereotype.
You know what, though? Don't tell me that if you go to a racetrack and put a video camera and you follow somebody, that crap doesn't happen every week at every racetrack.
Yeah, but, Mike, it doesn't happen every week at every racetrack when 3 months later the guy's running.
Yeah, okay, that's different.
3 state troopers down.
Right, but
that's not a coincidence is what I'm getting at.
No, but I'm sure.
Yeah,
well,
the dude's got a serious problem. And nobody seems to be after him to try to fix the problem.
Yeah,
they just want to throw him in a
car. We don't know that, though. You don't know.
They just want to throw him in a car and a chance to get. How about facing the problem?
That can't be true.
I think there has been attempts to save him.
He ain't fixed it yet. So
I'm not saying he's fixed it.
Yeah, but none of us here.
We don't know what is or is not going on in his personal life.
Yeah, I mean, again, everybody in here is saying it was a bad call. Williams Grove did make a bad call on that because the guy, if I recall, the guy broke in front of him, and he went below the cone to avoid the broken car.
Correct.
They penalized him for going below the cone,
right?
Even though the yellow came out.
That may be so, but it still doesn't warrant what he did.
So stop, get out, sit on the top of the wing, and prove your point.
Oh, jeez, we always got to go back to that.
You don't go ranting, raving, and picking a fight in the pits because you got penalized.
Well, you're screaming at the officials. That's what people do. I mean, I've been a race director.
Yeah,
I know people come, they scream at me.
He's screaming at the flagger like they can hear him.
Oh, they can. Don't tell me they can't. They can hear everything.
They hear.
Don't tell me that officials can't hear you. When you're screaming,
they hear you.
They hear
he was
you.
100 yards away from the freaking.
Oh, no. You know when you're getting
100
screamed
yards
at.
away, no racing going on.
Listen, you know as an official when you are the guy they are screaming at, okay? You hear it.
I've heard people scream at me when they're on the front stretch, and I was inside the booth at BlackRock.
Right. Whether or not you're acknowledging it is another thing, but you know they're yelling at you.
Listen, when the crowd in that video responds to what he's doing,
they didn't know
you
they,
know the guy here.
I didn't say that they didn't know he was yelling at them. I said he couldn't hear it. They couldn't.
Yeah, you can hear him though.
I look at
I
the
guarantee
fighting.
they didn't know what the hell he was saying. They just saw his lips
when a
moving
driver
and
wants
his
to be
hand
heard,
pointing.
when a driver wants to be heard, they will be heard.
One way or the other.
Yeah, I got John and Dean in here, and we're asking the same thing. So, I mean,
I think they're.
It's I mean, if that was anybody else, you wouldn't even have looked at it that way. But now, obviously, because of who it is, we look at it that way.
Well, that was chance number 8.
But again, the guy, if he wasn't good, he wouldn't have opportunities. That's the problem.
That just doesn't make sense.
I mean, he did win the King's Royal. I mean, when was that? A couple years ago now?
How different is this argument over the... Now, don't kill me.
Oh, God, here we go. This is going to go somewhere I don't want it to go. Where's it going? If you mention the name that I think you're going to mention, it's going to get ugly in here. We're going to have a brawl on the camera.
I'm in.
For who?
I'm in. I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah, whose side are you taking?
I'm just saying, if you're looking talent versus opportunities given, that's all I'm saying.
I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't like it because I don't think it's fair to the other drivers. I'm not taking his side. I'm just saying the reason he keeps getting the rides because of ability. That's all. I'm not saying I think it's right.
I think there's a lot of people that have rides because of their ability that people are willing to look past other stuff.
Right?
Absolutely.
All right. No doubt about it.
You see that at the local level all the time.
Yeah. I mean,
there's somebody who's got ability that
I just don't see the payoff. Yeah, he's got ability. That's never been an argument that he doesn't.
John,
but we've talked about it for 40 minutes.
How often does this dude go out and win? That he wins you that many races that it makes it pay off in the long run? It doesn't.
But in sprint car racing, you have to remember
you
have to have a driver that gives you the opportunity to win, and Tyler Walker does that.
He doesn't do it enough to make it pay off for all the other crap that comes with him.
But
all the other baggage.
Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Now, if we weren't talking about
now, if he went out and won 20 races a year, it might be maybe.
Okay, now listen.
A different story.
The car that he is supposedly going to drive or not drive, which I'm sure at this point, all the media backlash that they've taken this week, probably would not. It's probably not going to happen. I would, if I were to be a betting man, I would probably say that it's not going to happen.
Yeah, they're already starting to rethink their decision.
I mean, he's driving right. He's driving
happen.
for Charlie and Dunster catch. It is not a big dollar operation, but for them to have a guy like him in the car, it gives them their best opportunity to win.
Furniture Row and Kurt Busch.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It might not be the best of the best, but, for what you have and what you're willing to spend, this guy gives us the best opportunity with the equipment we have to win.
For the price. I mean, how much?
Nobody's giving Don Slover rides, John. Nobody's giving Don Slover rides.
Who?
Don Slover.
Come on, keep going. We're not going into this.
We just did.
No, I'm not. I'm done.
Take that back. No, and the other thing, Mike, is with a guy like Tyler Walker, how cheap do you get him? Because you know he has talent. When he gets in the car at the beginning of the night, he's one of the names that you would think has a shot at winning any race.
Can't you beat Tyler Walker?
He has that kind of ability.
Game?
Huh? Yeah, I can beat Tyler Walker in a sprint car game. But
No. Can't you beat him?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. But no,
but
I mean,
you have to snort 2 lines and pound a beer before you race.
Oh, jeez. Here we go. We always got to go back to that. Just because he runs drugs across 4 states, it's a big deal. Yeah. But no, I mean, it's
not a felony.
It's sad to see. I mean, honestly, there's
I'm
other
people trying to figure out how the hell he's not in jail.
Because you pay bail, you're innocent until proven guilty. Whether I saw his mugshot in the paper or not, you're still innocent until proven guilty. That's how America works.
It's amazing.
Hey, listen, for all of our
talent equals rides. Period.
Yeah,
that's what Pico Stick said.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, everybody looks past everything else.
Pretty much sums it up.
I mean, Shane Meal got a ride again. That was brought up earlier here. And he had a drug issue. He was booted out of NASCAR.
Yeah,
I mean, there's been a few guys that have been booted out because of drug problems, and then they end up.
He actually cleaned himself up, though.
Right, which is good.
This jackass hasn't.
Obviously.
Oh, you were talking about Tyler?
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, jerk. But, so it is what it is. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see if he's there. And if I were the other drivers, I wouldn't be happy about it. I mean,
No,
that
would
I
you want to
gotta-
go out there on a racetrack with him?
No.
But do you want to go out on a racetrack with a guy who's got an anger issue? What's the difference?
Doesn't every person do that every Saturday that runs at the local
Everybody's
level?
got an anger issue on a Saturday night. Or Friday night or Sunday night. Depends on what night they race.
Yeah.
Especially when it's hot out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if he comes back, that's their choice, not mine. I mean, I'm not going to condone it. I can tell you that, but
Yeah, it's a good thing for Tyler Walker. It's not my decision.
No, because he would.
I think it's a good thing for a lot of people in a lot of situations that you don't make the decision given. them.
Well, I wasn't even listening to you. What'd you say?
no, basically, it's a good thing for a lot of people. Yeah. If your name does not end with Ronnie Johnson or Jack Johnson, you don't have a ride. That would be Bomus's way he would look at it. Or Dwayne Howard.
Ronnie.
Dwayne Howard.
Ronnie Johnson. Where the hell did you get that from?
Because you weren't listening to the conversation. Because if it's a Johnson or a Howard, they can do whatever they want, and you'll put them in the ride and all that.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is. It's okay.
I like Ronnie because he's Jack's son. But
Exactly.
There's a lot of other people I would think of first.
No, I don't think the tracks will let him back. That's my personal opinion. I don't know how Williams Grove. I don't even know if he's still banned.
Yeah, they're going to take a lot of backlash for letting him in there.
How can they? They can't let him in. I mean, who's going to let him in?
Williams go for sure.
It's not worth the aggravation.
Could the team
Even if he
boycott?
doesn't
Look at
bring
that.
any aggravation this year
Teams
or next
could.
year, it's just not worth it down the road. He could bring aggravation. It could be 5 years from now to that speedway. It's not worth the risk. Frig it. There's a lot of other people out there that can fill that spot.
Well, and the thing is anybody really hurting for car counts?
Right. Well, here's that. No, that's interesting.
Because
Not on Fridays at Williams
from
Grove, they're not.
from a promoter standpoint, that right there plays a pretty big factor.
Yeah, I mean,
if
car
you're down on
counts.
cars and he can't
This
go anywhere
weekend,
else,
car counts weren't bad.
But not at Williams Grove. If you're going to use Williams Grove as an example,
Williams Grove's
not
fine.
there on
No.
Fridays. Are
No.
there certain places in the country? Of course.
Williams Grove's
But
fine. Port Royal
not there.
was pretty good. They had 27 on Saturday. Now, again, this is going to fluctuate because it's early in the season, so you got some random
Right.
guys showing up. Like Dave Blaney is not going to be at Port Royal every Saturday.
No.
no.
You know, and the 26 or 25 they had at Lincoln, that's not going to be the same every
Right.
week.
Who's chasing money this early too?
Right, exactly. I mean, you know. So we'll see. You know, we'll see how it all. What is that? Well, we got a Facebook link here. John Tiff.
Maybe he'll make us all look like idiots and show up and win.
Now that would be
That would be
freaking
something.
screwed up, man.
Wouldn't that be? What- how
I don't see that
how
happening.
fired would next Thursday be?
Victory Lane celebration. He pees in a cup.
Look at Rich coming.
Or he does a backflip off a stone wall and
Breaks
tears
his
his knee.
leg.
Yeah, blows his knee out like he did at Grandview
Grandview.
that night. He won.
Yep.
I'm trying to think if that was the last time he won in Central Pennsylvania.
Probably was.
That was what, Speed Week's 2
That was
years ago now?
2011?
2 years ago now, yeah, Speed Week. Yeah, but I
Had
can't
to-
remember.
It probably was. He didn't win last year, did he?
No, I don't think he was here last year.
I don't know,
Maybe
we're
part of the
sitting-
reason he was here for a few races.
Well,
but-
last year was when the incident at Williams Grove happened, right?
Oh, okay. Correction. He won at Port won at Port last year. Okay. Thank you.
So he did win once in PA
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah. So
So
we got-
and that's the other thing. You're making the argument for him why he should be here. The wins, he's got some. Like
But
you mentioned,
again, we're not talking-
He won the race at Eldora, but the 50 grand race. But he doesn't
What did he
stack up
spend that-
numerous.
you know what's
What do
even
you
he
think
worse?
doesn't have a
spend that
huge
money on?
pile of
You know what's
wins.
worse? I was
A
just told
huge
that I,
pile.
you know what's funny?
He doesn't have a huge credentials there.
I was there when he won the last race at Port Royal. I don't remember. Maybe I'm
You
on
were
drugs.
there that night?
I must be. I'm on drugs. I can't remember.
What's he burning in the fuel cell?
That's even funnier that I don't remember it. I don't remember anything. But anyways, I mean, you don't. It's sprint car racing though. You're not going to go out and win 25 races a year. You're just not. This is not how it goes. It's not like modifieds
I don't
where you
know.
can
Some
win.
people managed to pull that off.
No, they don't. The leading sprint car winner last year had 15 or 16, and that was Greg Hodnett and Pat Cannon. So no, it doesn't happen.
It has happened.
Oh, Kyle
It
Larson,
has
because he goes
happened.
races against no competition.
What are you talking
He
about?
goes to Ohio and beats up on a bunch of Ohio guys that all suck.
Oh my god! Where the hell did that go?
Because that's where you were going with it, so I figured I'd just
Kyle
take
Larson's
it there.
only been racing a couple of years. What are you talking?
Yeah,
about?
no, but you're gonna say that's where you were going with that conversation.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, that's where you always go.
Why would I be thinking him? He
You go to
hasn't
the
been around
same
long
place
enough.
every time. Kyle Larson, Dwayne
Oh,
Howard. We
Jesus.
all end up at the same spot
No,
every
you
time.
do. I don't. You always bring it up.
This show really should be renamed the 31st Degrees of Kyle Larson.
Yeah, because I mean,
Everything comes back to him.
Yep.
I didn't bring up his name.
But he's from California, in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
Yep.
So was Tyler
Yeah.
Walker. Whoop de frickin' do.
Man. Yeah, that's all I got.
I don't know. I mean, do you have a
So
final?
so is our guest next year or next week.
What?
From
Brian Clausen, right?
From California originally. That's
Yeah.
where he was born, but he grew up in Indiana.
No whipty frickin' do for that one.
That's a good one. That's exciting.
Yeah, that's going to be a good time. We're looking forward to that.
I'm excited.
Yep.
Ooh, Final Four picks. Who can we not pick? I mean, look at the freaking studio we're in right now.
I know.
Have you not been looking, Neil? Have you not been looking?
Get Tyler Walker on next week. He's going to be tied up.
Oh, he's got 2
What's
weeks
he
till
got?
court.
Never mind. He'll be cuffed up, maybe not tied.
Dude, that would be the ultimate.
He only
interview.
gets one call, doesn't he? It's going to be.
Can it be the 31st lap?
Yeah.
Yeah, who does he call?
I don't
Help
know.
or does he call his drug dealer? Who's he call?
I don't know, but
I think he calls the chick that was in the car with him.
She ought to be with him.
Listen, I'm going to do some time. We need to get married.
So
You think they got a work release program for him? He can pop out on the weekends and drive?
Oh, good
It'll be
grief.
interesting to see what. We can follow the. I mean, what are we going to have like every week? The Tyler Walker update on here.
We should.
Weird.
we
that
should have the Tyler Walker ticker. It's just
geez.
it's just like one little white inverted snow cone moving on down the line of the court process.
With a straw coming out of it too. Yeah, why not? We're gonna. Go.
It's got to be $100 bill though.
Yeah. Wow, we've totally digressed here.
I'm tired of talking about Tyler.
Yeah,
Walker.
we're
Let's
done.
talk about something
What do you
else.
want to talk about,
Yeah.
John?
What do you want to talk about, John?
Well, we had the question about the Final Four picks. Well, you want?
We might as
Seriously?
well.
We're all gonna. I'm gonna pick Syracuse.
and Louisville. There
Come
you
on,
go.
there you go.
I don't
Those are
know.
fun.
Is there anybody that's kind of could play but maybe won't that I could pick that just to keep my streak?
You know
going?
what? You can pick Indiana. They were in the tournament. They just didn't show up.
The Pacers or
Yeah, the Pacers.
Although it would be something if Wichita State does beat Louisville. That would be something, wouldn't it?
That would be awesome.
Personally pulling for the Louisville-Syracuse final.
Just so.
That'd be fun.
I'm
Just
not
like
because
a
I don't
Wiggy
really
squad
want to
on
have Syracuse have to face Louisville again.
Yeah, we are
To
not
be
good
honest
against.
with you.
We're not good against Louisville.
They beat them once. They had them on the ropes after 4
I
straight games.
don't trust that game.
It was
I'd
what it
rather
was.
see Wichita State.
Well,
Whatever.
Of course.
We'll see. So there's that question for you.
There you go, Syracuse all around.
Yeah.
Except for John, who I'm really not sure if you
Bombers
did or didn't
picked
pick
Wichita
Louisville
State.
or
Brady
Wichita.
Bacon.
Brady Bacon in that foursome?
So,
Good grief.
but it's just yeah,
Hey, at least my drivers can actually race. You're just sitting home.
yeah, because he got hurt.
And wham.
Well, like Dwayne Howard does normally. Sits home.
Yeah, okay. That's why he finished second last week.
One time he actually went somewhere. I was shocked.
One time.
Shocked.
He's giving everybody else
Well,
a fair chance.
Yeah, it wasn't north of the Pennsylvania-New York border though. He only gets to go there twice a year. 5 Mile Point. Doesn't come up and race with the big boys because when they do, he gets dumped. They send him right back home.
Okay.
Back to the D League.
Yeah, right back down to the B League.
Keep dreaming.
Anyone listening at home that knows that I like Dwayne Howard, I'm just busting Bomus's stones about it.
You don't like him. What the hell are you talking
I got
about?
no problem with him, actually.
Yeah,
The only
okay.
reason I bust on him is to bust on you.
Yeah,
I
it's
really
fun
have
to
no
watch.
problem with Dwayne Howard.
Fun to watch the
Zero
color
problem.
change.
I don't mind Dwayne Howard.
Uh-huh.
I really don't.
Uh-huh.
But just to see you get all riled up, totally worth it.
I don't know. I don't look riled up. I don't feel riled up.
Now,
You don't feel riled up?
no, see, because
Nope.
here's what you're doing. You're just sitting there taking it all in because you don't,
Yeah, don't show your card.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
I don't have any cards.
Just gonna be the cool guy that doesn't get rattled by all the ball busting.
He's going to drop Mike off halfway home and tell him to walk.
Yeah.
I did drive today.
Yeah.
He's going to pull over on the thruway and tell you to get out. You remember that Dwayne Howard comment?
Yeah.
On the topic of that calm, cool, collected, stewing anger, how's that permit to carry coming?
How's the what?
Who's getting that?
Who's
I don't know,
carry who?
He ain't getting a permit to carry.
Oh, I
What
misunderstood.
the hell are you talking about?
Guns.
The permit,
Guns.
The permit to carry is going
Yeah,
very
that's
slowly.
guns are not my thing. Sorry, that's
So, yeah. So upcoming.
Not my deal.
You know, while I'll mention it again. Upcoming races this weekend. I know I'll be at Williams Grove and Selinsgrove. One more weekend of sprint car racing, then I'll start to hammer on the modified stuff. Those of you that are going modified racing this weekend, either support. Yeah, of course, you have Big Diamond on Friday night. Big money on the line down there, big 40-lap race. And, of course, you can go to Canandaigua or Fonda Speedway on Saturday. $6,400 to win out at Canandaigua, $4,000 to win down at the Fonda Speedway. And Sunday, 5 Mile Point has a Race of Champions Sportsman Series race if you're looking for something to do. Then next Sunday is actually the modified Race of Champions Series. I believe it's a Race of Champions on Sunday.
Yes.
So a lot of things to do.
We gonna make our picks for the 3 races?
Which 3? This weekend?
Big Diamond, Fonda, and Canandaigua?
All right, why not? We can. I mean, we used to do that a lot. We used to pick races. Should we just pick one race and pick, or do you want to pick Fonda? You want to pick all 3?
Let's do all 3.
And we'll add up the finishes and see what you got. I don't know.
Yeah, what's
you guys can owe me another round.
Yeah.
Keep dreaming.
All right.
Pete Britton at Canandaigua, Rex Cars in the live chat, and Brett winning at Fonda.
Okay, so
Whoa.
who wants to start it? Bombas, go ahead. I'll let you have first. Or did you get first last week?
I went first last week.
Because we goaded you into Dwayne Howard.
Yeah,
That's
you did.
right.
You made me. You forced me taking Dwayne, and it worked.
And it
out.
actually worked out for you,
It
so
worked out.
don't be mad. All right, go ahead, Post, since you're never here anyways. You can pick.
The Doctor at Canandaigua.
Okay.
As much as it pains me to say, Brett Hearn at Fonda. I don't know. I don't know who the hell's going to win Big Diamond. I don't even know who the hell's going there.
Just pick a name.
Try Billy Pouch. That seems to be a lucky one.
I was going to go
Actually-
with Go Down. Is
Actually,
Go Down going to run that
Pouch
show?
is going to be
I would
there.
assume Pouch and Go Down would be there.
And
I'll
would-
take Go Down.
I would be shocked if Go Down wasn't
All right.
there.
All right, I'm taking Go Down then.
All right, I'll take Stewie at Fonda.
Wise choice.
That's my pick.
You should be picking last.
Why? Because I won?
Yeah.
What's that got to do with anything?
He just wants Stuart Friesen. Fine, take him.
No.
I'll go last.
No.
You picked first last week. It's not my fault you didn't win.
All I was cared about is that I didn't have to buy.
Yeah, I know, you didn't care.
I just didn't want to be last.
So I'll take Stewie. You took the Doctor at Canandaigua?
Yeah.
I'll go with the obvious choice. Super Matt Shepard. And then I'll take Dwayne Howard at Big Diamond.
I wasn't taking him anyway.
He couldn't even say it with a straight face.
That's my pick, though. I'll take him.
I wasn't taking him anyway because he's not running Chad's car.
Right, he's running the 11 car.
He's running Glenn's car.
Oh, Glenn Heinemann's car?
Yeah.
That's fine.
So I wouldn't have picked him anyway.
All right, what do you got?
Let's see. Friday.
Bobby Verne
I'm going to
will
go
be
with
there.
Strunk.
Strunk?
Yeah.
So that's Big Diamond, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Fonda, Varen.
Homer.
And then
Worked out for me last week.
Yeah.
Canandaigua. You took what?
Shepard, he's got
Who'd
the
you take?
Doctor.
The
Danny?
Doctor.
That doesn't leave anybody else.
I wonder if Billy Decker's going.
He is going to be a
They are.
Canandaigua.
There you go.
Who do
Oh,
I
I'm
want?
sorry. I didn't change the camera angles. There you go, John.
Let's see. I will go with Yellow Skirt.
Really?
Steve Payne.
I don't know why, but I figured I'd go out on a limb on that one.
Is
Ta-
Phelps
I'll
going?
take a-
to, is
I'll take a
Phelps going to?
chance.
Is Phelps going to Canandaigua?
I
Jimmy
believe
Phelps
so.
will be a candidate.
He's got to be there all year, right?
Yeah, so yeah.
So sorry, Justin Harris, but I'm going with Phelps there. I think I'm going to go with Mahaney at Fonda. You think he's going there?
Yeah,
I would be shocked if he wasn't.
yeah, okay, not a bad pick.
And Billy Pouch at Big Diamond.
He is supposed to be there. I saw
He
it
is,
today.
he is, yeah.
I got to find some sort of redemption on that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Billy Pouch. Just going to pick him every week until
Every
he finally
chance
wins.
I get. Until
Every
he finally
chance.
does something.
You know, you took the Hearn pick. That was who I was going to go with at Fonda because Hearn's been good at Fonda
Very good
recently.
there.
But
All right, I got it all written down here.
you got it written down, so
Yeah.
we'll be able to.
I'll put it up in the show post too. That way we can track it.
All right.
How you gonna figure out? Like
Here's what we'll
average
do.
finish
I don't know.
or-
Aren't those races?
like-
Aren't all those races on your schedule?
Why don't you just take
Yeah.
Why don't we just take
Well,
their
all right.
finish, add their finishes up, lowest number wins.
Okay.
Great minds.
Yeah, just add the finishing position.
Yes, I'm hoping all my drivers don't show up.
No,
but
you get last
DNF
place points.
Yeah, you can't add letters, Chris.
Yep.
So if Yellow Skirt gives me a top 5, I'll be in good shape.
Okay.
Pretty good chance at
He's
that.
he's gonna be the one that burns me. I know he will be. He's not been good the last couple of years.
No.
Let's face it.
So you said Bobby Varon, Jeff Strunk, and Charlie Donk?
No, I got a pick for Ray Del Mata here, too, for Fonda.
Ray Del Mata. That would be nice to see.
That would be
awesome.
cool. That would be neat.
The old 643. That'd be awesome.
Lowest number wins. That's like asking, do you think... Thanks, Ken. Boy, Ken is a hater lately.
Boy, Ken is a fireball.
Man, he is a hater.
I'm just waiting for the time that he turns on me.
No, he likes you for some reason. I don't know why. He must obviously not know you.
Hey, that's why I don't show up on a regular basis. They don't know me.
Yeah. You play the part of the secret. So
hey, Rich, it's better to be hated than ignored, big guy.
Yep. Welcome to my club. That's about it, right? We're done.
I think so. I mean, we got the picks up there. We hit the hour mark. We appreciate everybody joining us here on this edition of the 31st Lap. We're going to be back here next week. Hopefully, before too long, we're going to be having an update on the Daubers live show. Stay tuned at 31stlap.com. That'll do it for this edition.
www.fingerlakes1.com